here to be amazed.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Wow. Feels like it's been forever. And the reason why I say that is very simple. This is the second time that I'm doing this, and I think it's better that we do it during this time because we have natural light. And what do I mean by the second time? Well, I did this and it was well into the hour range, which is usually the case for this channel. And I looked, shut it off, did the whole spiel and everything. I looked and my phone died. So today, my phone is fully charged, at least for the most part, and we're going to get rocking and rolling. So that's what I mean by forever. Excuse me, I'm going to quench my thirst real quick because that's what we do in the middle of a video, right? Much better. All right, folks, let's start this out the right way. How you doing today? This is Jake's House of Fun and Video Games, bringing you today Thrift Time and Finds, Volume 47. Now, 47 is a lot of one thing for somebody that has such a strange algorithm. We bring a lot of different things to the channel. One of the things I've been focusing on for the last couple of years is thrifting. If you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the 194. 194, I said when I was doing this video, it was 192, so we went up 2 subscribers. We're really that close to 200 subscriber milestone, or my 200 subscriber milestone, I should say. I'm pretty pumped about that. That means that 200 people decide to tune in along with a few others that decide not to subscribe, and I'm cool with that, but they always leave great comments. Positive conversations only here on this channel. Other ways to get in touch with the House of Fun and Video Games, very simple. Facebook at Jason's House of Fun and Video Games. Twitter at Jason's House of Fun and Video Games. The reason why I have those things, those platforms, is because on this platform, we cannot share pictures. We can get into deeper conversations. I want to see your game rooms, your thrifted items, your items from estate sales, your items from yard sales, items from the trash. Lots of great things on this channel, just to kind of recap. Thrift Time and Finds, eBay Time and Buys. eBay Time and Buys revisited when we look into some of our eBay purchases that some of them are behind us. Also on the channel, some Let's Play, some video games. We just put on a video game, play it, see how we like it, talk about it a little bit. Good enough job with the intro for the outro, because we do the outro and the intro because that is what we do here. We are ass backwards, and I'm cool with that because I want you to get as much information as possible. But folks, today, this thrifting haul has gotten larger and larger, and there's some times where I get some great things and I kind of put them in places so I remember this is what I got to go over this time. This is what I got to go over that time. Sometimes those get lost in the shuffle. I was able to find a few more that I didn't even realize I had because of that over there. You've seen it before, the Closet of Doom. That thing's even attacked me in a video before. Go check that video out. I'm sure you can find it. It was a pretty recent one. Pretty funny. The only thing I made the mistake on, and I wish I could go back and change it, but I can't because when I do something I want to kind of keep it, is when I pick up the beeper. And when the beeper says 316, your ass belongs to Stone Cold. And that is the point where Stone Cold would beat the buns and put me down. Well, obviously Stone Cold isn't here. This is a funny little thing. I like to do things like that, break up the video and have some fun, but I said something completely different, and I regretted it the instant I did it, but the shot went well, everything went well, so just a little behind the scenes stuff. I don't usually go back and redo things. It's really not my thing. It is what it is. It's the product I provide, and yeah, that's it. So let's get back on track. And then, of course, some pretty cool stuff like this item right here, and I'll show it to you. It's a big one. I mean, just look at that. It is a giant tiger. It's a stuffed animal. And what's so cool about it? Well, it's got a tail. I mean, most tigers do, right? Well, this, many, many years ago, was in a big box retailer, and this thing was between $50 and $100. It's really cool, but that is a very large price point. I went into a thrift that I don't normally go to. It's a Goodwill, but it's just one that just... The Goodwills, let me take this back a sec. The Goodwills down here don't really have a significant amount of games. They actually pull the games aside because the area, they don't do really well for sales, which I find is funny. And they end up auctioning them off on their website, which is fine. It's whatever, they could do what they want with their product, but that's why I don't really go to the Goodwills too often unless I'm looking for something specific, or movies. They have a good amount of movies, good selection of CDs, stuff like that. It's got to get a good little washing. I just like messing with the tail. This is the only time I'm ever going to touch. I don't think it's a lion, it's a tiger. Yeah, I said tiger, right? I did. I don't think I'd ever be able to have this opportunity to do this, so I guess I'll take it now, right? Because you touch a tiger's tail, catch the tiger by its toe. If it hollows, let him go. Where's that from? For all you TWD fans out there. Huge fan of that, by the way. I had to get it. I just had to pull the trigger on it, and I can't wait to actually give it to him. He wanted this, and I'm sure he'll remember it at some point. And me giving it to him, and hopefully he really enjoys it because it's so cool. Pretty awesome stuff. So we're going to push him to the side real quick because he's big and he takes up a lot of space. Now the second one, there's another thing for the boy. He likes to read, and I found an extremely old book, I believe, and we're going to have to double check this because remember, I did this twice. Going into ASMR mode, some paper turning. Yes, this is from... The story was originally from 1913. The copyright, after, of course, copyrights run out after a while, was done in 1967. So I'm going to have to assume this book's from 1967. And it certainly shows its age. I do appreciate things like this. This right here is Tarzan, The Return of Tarzan. It's just caught my eye. It was a buck. And I said, wow, I think he'd really like to read something from a long time ago. And wording may be different, and the smell of it. You can't emphasize the smell on videos, obviously, but smell is a big thing with me. Really enjoys things like this, so I'm glad to be able to add that to his collection, because not only does my daughter have a collection now, he does, of all kinds of stuff that your boy here brings back, and they have a lot of fun with it, and makes me more happy than anything in this room is to make them happy. So, pretty good stuff. I'll put that to the side. Let's keep moving on. Oh my god. I didn't expect that, but a sneeze is a sneeze, right? This right here, something I found a while ago from the same thrift, but different time. This is 8 die-cast metal figures. This is from World War II, and I've never seen anything online about it, just trying to do some research on it, but it is it's something that's pretty cool. It's got George Patton in it and Erwin Rommel. Probably saying that completely wrong, but these figures look pretty cool. I don't know if you're gonna get the good effect. I'm trying here. Like, the lighting is always an issue, right? But something cool. And this one is just a straight up nonsense one. I don't know why I did it, but are you ready? I said, are you ready? Now, this is a microphone. It's from Rock Band, so this would go with, it doesn't say which one. Could be PS3, could be, actually, you know what? It has a USB, so I'm guessing it's either PS3 or, whatchamacallit there, or Xbox 360, maybe something around those lines, but thought it was pretty cool. I've never seen one of these before, and always wanted to do this in the middle of a video, because that is the type of intensity and nuttiness that we bring to this channel. And that is the bottom line, because the tiger said so. I did that at a good friend of mine's wedding before, and I always wanted to do it. The speech was okay. I could have done better, but I got to drop a microphone on the ground. You're welcome. These ones right here are not really something that I'm necessarily going to use, but I got myself some sealed VHS tapes. Pretty cool. Alright, now let's get to the movies. Definitely for the boy, even though I like it. Goosebumps 2. I saw the first one. I did not see the second one, but we had a ton of fun with that. Maybe something to watch. This one is the controversial novel comes to life. Jack Ketchum's The Offspring. I have no idea what this is. It's a horror movie. And you know how your boy loves his horror movies. So, maybe something to check out. This one's Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. I know this one for sure. And it's sealed. I'm finding a lot of sealed stuff. You will see that in this video. There's an overabundance of sealed things. Another horror movie. It is called The Forest. It probably isn't that good of a movie, just judging by it, but you never know. It may be one of those movies where you have to watch on TV to have more of a further appreciation for it. There's plenty of movies. I've talked about that in a lot of my videos. Just something to think about. If you don't like a movie, see it on TV. Whether it's edited, for content, language, obviously other things as well. For whatever reason, that gravitates me towards the movie and to see it in its, theatrical form, uncut form, whatever. Good stuff. This one is I Spit on Your Grave 3, Vengeance is Mine. And there was a remake of this movie. This is a very controversial movie. Try to get a little better view here. I'm just doing my best to judge folks. So, like I said, I'll try to give that pan at the end. And there was a remake to this. I had no interest in it. I've seen the original. It is not for everybody. It certainly tackles a lot of different subjects that may be very difficult for some folks to see. I saw the remake to this. I don't know, I caught it somewhere. It was on I don't remember where it was. I'm not even going to speculate, but I don't know. I give it a try. I didn't even know there was a second one, but apparently there is. But the original definitely has a different feeling. It's just the way it's shot. And again, the content matter isn't for everybody. So definitely do your research before you take a look at a movie like this, because it tackles a lot of things. So apparently it has some continuity with the other two, even though I didn't know this. This one right here is a sealed DVD. It is Pet Sematary. This one is going to be for my kid, my daughter. She loves her horror movies, and I don't think I got to this one yet, so I already think I do believe I have it on many forms. I don't have it on VHS, though. Someday. That's definitely one that needs to go over in my VHS section right over to my right, which I think is your left, but whatever. Pretty good stuff. And we're going to keep rocking and rolling. Again, another horror movie, Wrong Turn. After the first one, I've seen a few of them. The series kind of just dipped. This one right here is Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor, Harlem Nights. I think that I might have saw this a long time ago, because I believe this came out in the 80s. Yeah, it came out right at the end of it. So anything with these two guys in it is always usually funny. This one right here is called The Bleeding. I got this because it has DMX in it. And, DMX is no longer with us. Rest in peace. And it looks like some sort of action movie that was put straight to DVD probably. But some of his movies that went straight to DVD that he actually was in with Steven Seagal are actually really good. And this one right here is it's an interesting one. It's kind of a comedy. And it has a very interesting title to it, of course. I've always wanted to see this to just kind of see what the hype was about it. But when you're looking at it, obviously, that would make you think that it was something completely different in the comedy. But according to things I read up on and seen, obviously the back as well, it's a comedy. This will be for my daughter, the Blair Witch Project, but the redo, the remake, nothing will beat the original. The original was the one that started the FM, the point of view FMB. Hello, Sega. How you doing, CD? The point of view, the POV type of movies. I thought it was really cool. It was interesting. It's original. It made me feel like it was something that was found and something really did happen to those folks. But at the end of the day, it's just a really good story. This one is. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm not messing up here. Oh, okay. So, Fantastic Four. Not a very well reviewed movie. I liked it and wanted to see it right away because Fantastic Four was always something I thought was pretty cool when I was younger. The Ring, another one for my daughter. I don't believe she has that either. And of course, it has to come with The Ring 2. We really did a good job with these horror movies. Like, I don't see this much horror here. Another one for her collection is going to be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Definitely doesn't hold up to the original, but it's still a fun movie to watch, and it certainly pokes fun at itself a lot. But the original, I think, was aiming towards something different. This one, just kind of getting the characters back on the screen and having fun with them. So, still a great movie. Another one for the kiddo, Night of the Living Dead, the original, and it's sealed. It's DVD, so it's not really that big of a deal. There's probably a bazillion of these out there, but this movie, if you have never seen it, you should give it a try. It is a sealed copy of Hitman. I thought I had this in the collection, but apparently I don't. Update on the collection. I've got everything in the closet, Doom, everything here, and everything in my room, because I transferred some movies to the room. This one right here is the dropped, is The Crazies on DVD. Another one for my daughter. Not really a zombie film, but a real interesting one. This is a remake of George Romero's The Crazies he made, I believe, in the 70s. And it just hits you. It just hits you. And it's really good. Timothy Olyphant is in it, and a few other people as well. But really great movie. I'm sure she'll enjoy that. Let's keep going. Is a sealed copy of Phantasm Ravager. I still see it has the old man, as you so put, or the tall man. Been a long time since I've seen any Phantasms, but again, a couple of bucks. Cool horror movie for my kid. I'm sure she'll enjoy it. And then we've got an interesting change here. I don't normally go after these, but we've got HD DVDs. And why did I get them? 1, because they're sealed, and 2, because I have an HD DVD machine. Never could really try it out and play it, or just see what the difference is between DVD and HD DVD. Haven't heard many things with that. There's a few differences, but that was pretty cool. These things don't go for a whole lot. They're kind of a forgotten thing, simply because Blu-ray came and blew it out of the water. So it was a little battle back and forth, not like the console wars of yesterday with the Sega and Nintendo, but still one that was a good battle, but obviously was won by the Blu-ray for a number of different reasons. But I wanted to definitely take a look at this and maybe someday do a compare and contrast to DVD, Blu-ray, HD, DVD, Laserdisc. I'd like to just see what your thoughts are on that. We know by looking at the numbers what it would be, but what is it for you? So just something to keep in mind. Some of these are sealed, some of them aren't. Alexander Revisited, the final cut wasn't. Doom is, though. And it is, I don't know. Not really my favorite movie, but still a cool movie to watch. I think I developed more of a interest for it after I saw it on TV. On Sci-Fi. There you go. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I've seen a few Harry Potter movies, but not a lot. Another one for the kid. My daughter, Juan turned 4. Well, we got the first one. I think I got her a few other ones. She may have all of them now. But got her for her so she could have that. And Corpse's Bride. I don't believe I got her this, but she really loves the Tim Burton movies. Specifically Nightmare Before Christmas and this one. I don't think I've really seen much of this, but I found the Nightmare Before Christmas a little bit better, and ironically enough, we found it on Blu-ray. Pretty sweet. You can't go wrong with a classic like that. This one right here is a Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, but it is not the version I was referring to. It's just the regular version, but I kind of just wanted to watch this one. I like it because I loved the Silver Surfer when I was growing up. I just found his story interesting, and I had a character of him at one point. As I look over the nonsense, I don't see him there anymore, but I don't see many like characters. Like if you look over here, I don't know if you can really see it, but you might be able to, or if you know my room layout. I have a Marvel Legends Hulk and Punisher. I had a few other ones, but I just kind of moved some stuff around up there. But never seen one of the Silver Surfer. Only saw one of the, again, you can look at plenty of my videos that have this, but I have a Venom up there that's from the 90s. It was from Toy Biz. That's the one that I had of the Silver Surfer. So, and I actually prefer it more than the first one. This one is the Anonymous Escape Lego from Jurassic World, the Jurassic Park universe. My boy loves dinosaurs, and I think he'll enjoy that. This one right here is another one for the daughter. This is The Haunting, another horror movie, and it's a really good one. I haven't seen it in many, many years, but pretty cool stuff. 13 Ghosts. This is another awesome remake to a great movie. This one right here, I only bought this specifically because of the way it looks. I know, I have this movie on Blu-ray, have it on different formats. I always wanted this case, and it had another case with it, but never got it. But this is why we open up things. I'm going to try to do this right now. I'm trying not to waste too much time, but this should come with a number of different movies. And yeah, always check before you buy, because there's some of them that are missing here, but kind of is what it is. I'm not too terribly upset about it. Here's an uncut version of Saw, which is kind of hard to find. The other ones you can kind of find unrated, uncut, whatever, but the first one you don't really see too often. But look at Jigsaw. Just looks awesome. The original Blair Witch that I was referring to earlier. That is for my dog. This one is kind of a weird one. It had a actress in it named Lauren Holly, and I know I've seen her in a few things. This is called Abducted. Kind of a strange movie. I don't know why, but I thought I saw this before, and I thought it was pretty interesting. But it's one of those, it came out in the 2000s and straight to DVD, I believe. But just something to take a look at. And I believe, no, it wasn't based on a true story. I was looking at a few different things that day, but just something to take a peek at. Nothing to shake a stick at, but whatever. This one right here is The Mask. And the Son of the Mask, I could have swore that I had this. I very well could have. Salem's Lot. This was the mini-series, I believe, or movie that came out in the 2000s, I want to say it was. It has Rob Lowe on it. And a bunch of other different folks as well. Sutherland is in there. Not Kiefer, but Donald Sutherland, his dad. This one right here, apparently I didn't have. I want to get, I think I got rid of these because I was so pumped to see this movie when it came out in the theaters. I was completely let down, but I'm like, I'm going to give it a try once it comes out on DVD. You know, Blu-ray wasn't around at this time, and I saw it, and I said, still awful. Some parts were cool, but Exorcist, the beginning, it's cool to see the different cuts of this movie. There is Dominion, a prequel to The Exorcist. That's the original version from the director. This was kind of like the one that the folks that were supplying the money for the movie makers, the distribution people, whatever, I can't think of the name of it, but they completely changed the movies. There's a lot of movies out there like that. Dominion, was it any better? I think certain parts of it were, and just something to add to the collection because I didn't have the theatrical garbage cut that is. But for some reason, I think I'll give it a try again. Maybe I'm too harsh on it. This one was really cool too. I've also been going to some pawn shops as well. You get some pretty good prices on some things. Not necessarily video games, but the ones I go to. They whip out the phone, they look up the prices, all this other happy nonsense. But still, most of their movies are pretty much cut and dry and what they're worth. This one right here is one I didn't have. Deadpool 2. The super duper cut, I guess. So I never saw this one. I saw the first one. I thought it was pretty cool. This one is for my daughter. Resident Evil. A lot of people have a lot of different feelings about these movies. I really enjoyed the first two of this series. They were really good. They wasn't really what I expected, but once I got over the fact that it's not going to be exactly like the game, I actually had appreciation for it. And if you actually do this, meaning like you forget it's a Resident Evil game, it's a Resident Evil movie based on a Resident Evil game, it might actually go a little better for you. But I thought it was pretty good, well done. After that, the other ones, I have all of them, but this deluxe edition with certain releases, I'm going to make this very clear now since we have some time. Probably got a good amount of time on the clock, but it's fine. This one right here gives me a good example because certain features on here do not make it certain other things I get. And I'm a big features guy. I like unrated director's cuts. I like seeing why things were taken out and the reasoning why. So I know this had a few of those in there with an alternate ending. Didn't have any deleted scenes, I don't believe, but still pretty cool. Definitely adding that to the ongoing, overgrowing collection of movies that I have. And now, I just kind of picked them up. Good movies. So, X-Men 2, United, sealed, Blu-ray. I mean, can't really go wrong with that. And then X-Men, The Last Stand. I believe I might have found the first one as well. There was a box set, and you know I'm huge into box sets, but unfortunately it was missing one of the movies. And, you know, obviously I'm not going to go for that, but I went for the Saw one, so I guess I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This one right here, pretty good price for this. This is the Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry Ultimate Collection. This has a ton of movies, and this was normally $100, almost $200. This is DVD, so it's not Blu-ray, but still really cool to pick that up. Huge fan of Clint Eastwood. Has some great movies, and Dirty Harry movies are definitely classics. So pretty excited about that one. This one right here is a sealed 3-disc edition. 3, wow, that came out wrong. Strike that from the comments, folks. 3-disc collector's edition of The Wizard of Oz. I looked at this for a long time, never pulled the trigger on it, but The Wizard of Oz is such a timeless classic. This has a lot of different features on it. I told you I'm really a features person, so definitely something I may open up, or maybe I won't. I don't know, but still cool to have. Beautiful artwork, by the way. And this one is not sealed, but it's the Die Hard Ultimate Collection. I had the first 3 at one point, and then they vanished. I either got rid of them or whatever, but still, pretty cool. It's got that metallic, like, now you can see it. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to trip everybody out. It has that box set look of the yesterdays, even though this is DVD, and a lot of the VHSs had, you know, a look like that with their collector's edition. So pretty cool stuff. A sealed copy of Forrest Gump, one of the greatest movies ever made. And if you don't feel so, that's fine. But I do. Great soundtrack too. Just everything flowed well. It's a long movie, but check it out if you haven't. It's a really good one. I did. See? Told you I did. The third sealed X-Men. A lot of people have different views on these movies, whether they were good, bad, or indifferent. There's a ton of movies to choose from, but I honestly thought bringing the X-Men to the big screen was awesome. And I really enjoyed them. And for some reason, I lost them along the way. So, what was once lost is now found. Really weird, odd one. We need a pair of scissors. It's practical. So, now, scissors are done. Fifth Element on Blu-ray. Neat. I don't have it on Blu-ray, so I do now. This one right here, I never saw the unrated version of this available before, so I picked this up right away for sure. This is Colombiana. Heard a lot of great things about this movie, and of course, if it's unrated, Monsters Ball. I apparently didn't have this either, which I find is funny. A really good movie. Any movie with Billy Bob Thornton in it is usually pretty good. My favorite, of course, being Sling Blade. I reckon I ain't got no reason to kill nobody. I like the way you talk. He played Carl in that movie, and that's one of my good impersonations. I can do a Billy Bob pretty well. At least that kind of Billy Bob. Do that. We got some newspaper to keep them from breaking. The sheriff's in town. Why? I don't know. I don't normally go after things like this, but for whatever reason, I found this very interesting. You've seen a few of my heads, little busts, I think they call them, if I'm saying that correctly, on the wall next to my, my wrestling figures that are, sealed or whatever on the wall. So, just one of those things I just found was interesting, and I was like, let me get it. I haven't got one of these in a while, and I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool knick-knack. And this one right here is another one, and for whatever reason, this reminds me of my grandmother. I know, you'd see the gray hair and the lady holding something or whatever, but for some reason this reminded me of her, and it doesn't really look like her at all, but I don't know, there's something special about this. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna get it. Sentimental value. Both of those. I think that a lot of these things maybe she had in our house when I was really younger. Maybe that was something, but what that was, I don't know. But still, really cool, and just something cool, little knickknacks. Well, this one right here looks like a pretty funny movie. It's called House Arrest, and I figured give it a try, because Jamie Lee Curtis doesn't always have to just be Laurie Strode. She's actually pretty funny, and it had a bulldog on there. How could I pass up on a bulldog? Rest in peace, old friend. I had a bulldog once, but fortunately in 2020 he passed away. So maybe that's what drew me to that. I have this special edition DVD version of this movie. It's sealed. Now I have this Holy Shnikes edition sealed as well for Blu-ray, but it won't be sealed too long because I think this movie's hilarious. It'll give you a good laugh. This has extended scenes in it and everything like that. I don't know if it's actually integrated in the movie, but this movie's just great. And if you don't know who Chris Farley is, then get with it. It's sealed too, by the way. Pretty cool stuff. And we've got Stallone over the top sealed. I have this on VHS. I've watched this from time to time when I'm doing my edits. I think what can I say? It's a Stallone movie. It's sealed. And it's awesome. One I don't have, I don't believe, even on VHS, Commando. A good old Schwarzenegger. So we got Stallone and Schwarzenegger. And with those, you can't go without Under Siege. Awesome movie. Love the second one as well. Just those movies just resonate with me. They just bring me to a different time. For different reasons than most do. This one right here. Your boy couldn't pass up on Freddy vs. Jason. I'm pretty sure that I have this plenty of times, but it's sealed. And I don't know. Maybe I could bring it to somebody else and have them enjoy it. I think I already got this for my kid as well. So sealed that I was talking about. Now, I've never really been into the series, but I figured, why not? Give it a try. And it's sealed. Harry Potter 8-film series. Complete 8-film collection. I figured, for a couple of bucks, you really can't go wrong with that. It's sealed. And I don't have to pay $80, couple of bucks. Can't go wrong with that. Great finds for sure. This one as well, this is the unrated director's cut of Robin Hood. And interestingly enough, this is the new one, obviously not the one with, I can't remember, Kevin Costner, who I think was the original Robin Hood. And by original, I mean like the 90s one, not the original one. And then it's certainly not Robin Hood Men in Tights, another great movie, you should watch that. But a lot of these DVDs and Blu-rays will never usually have this. This one does, though. I think that's pretty cool. Neat little thing added to the packaging. Open for more. I don't know. It seems funny, and, never seen this one before, so now it's time to see it. These ones are pretty substantial ones. Again, you don't pay a ton of money for these, but these were at one point very expensive. This $50 price tag does not do this justice. This is Lord of the Rings, the complete extended edition. Now, I already have this. So, this might be something I might look to trade in at some point, or maybe something I may sell. How could you pass up on some good old Indiana Jones? I'd rather prefer it in the Blu-ray or 4K. I don't have any interest of it other than VHS and that, but still, sealed. This one right here is the first time that Star Wars released on DVD. I have the full screen version. Now I have the widescreen. I don't know if I have the other one sealed or not, but I believe this is one of the only ways, digitally speaking, you can watch the original movies. I don't think there's any added scenes, any special effects. There might be some. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that, but I know this has... oh, that's pretty cool. It has a trailer for an Xbox playable demo with an entire level of Star Wars Battlefront. Have you ever heard of a DVD having a video game demo before? I haven't, but it's really cool. Poison, vinyl, and it's a mini vinyl. There's this proper name for it, and I don't know it, but look at the size of that thing. Can you see me? I can see you. Arr. I think that my vinyl player will play this. Obviously, I don't play much vinyl on the channel because we all know what that leads to. You know, if your boy sees a box set, he's got to get it. The Godfather. Complete. Epic. It has the years that obviously match up with the movies. And nothing really too special about this one in here, but it's got a booklet. And it reminds me of my Terminator 1, Terminator 2 ones that I have. Here are the movies. They're all in gold. Pretty cool stuff. I think you can see that, hopefully. You know, I just have an appreciation for these things. Like, when you got one of these, it didn't matter if there was anything really in it. Like, it's cool to have the book, but it's just massive. It's huge. Look at that. It's like a giant book. But, hey, more box sets to add for the collection. Excited to always bring some more Laserdisc freshness. Not to the game room because you don't see them, but I will go over my collection that I have so far at some point. I think that'd be a pretty cool video for some Laserdisc folks out there. If you haven't seen a Laserdisc before, there's plenty of videos. I'm sure I've talked about them and have shown off what they look like and everything like that. But The Client, an amazing movie from 1994 with Tommy Lee Jones, Susan Sarandon. You really can't go wrong with that movie. Absolute Power. I told you I was a huge Clint Eastwood fan, and nothing has changed. Really, really good movie. Great format to watch them on, by the way, too. This one I'm extremely excited for. I was going to watch this with my boy a while ago, and unfortunately I couldn't. And it's because I don't know where it ended up. I looked everywhere for this, but I finally found it again. Jurassic Park, the original, and to watch it on Laserdisc. Can't wait to do that with my boy. This one right here is, I don't believe I have this on Laserdisc, but there is a signature on here. And I don't know whose signature that is. It looks like Adrienne Lane. I wonder... Oh, she's the person who made the film. So that looks like it was actually signed by the person who did this. And it just, you know, I just wanted the movie because I thought it was really good. And the interesting things about Laserdisc, like I say with features and stuff, is some Laserdisc features are not available on the newer stuff like DVD, Blu-ray, and everything like that. Some of these features, if they are not seen or they're not, you know, kept up, they are long and forgotten. So, something to think about. Indecent Proposal. This is a Demi Moore movie. Great story. Great actors in it. You got Robert Redford, Demi Moore, Woody Harrelson. I mean, what can you say about that, right? We've got an amazing set right here. I already have it now for DVD. I now have it for Laserdisc. Clint Eastwood, The Dirty Harry collection. Now, I gotta move that around so it's straightened up. This has 6 discs, so obviously they're both going to be double-sided as well. It has all the Dirty Harry movies in it. I now have it on Laserdisc, folks. It's not an easy one to find in the wild either. It's The Godfather. Just look at that. Beautiful, right? And obviously it has all of the movies in there. I'm not going to take them out and mess around with them, but it also has a bunch of special features in here. And I don't know if those special features were ever released again on DVD or Blu-ray or even VHS, because VHS didn't typically have a lot of special features, but something to think about. But yeah, glad I found these for sure. You don't see them very often, and these ones are extremely hard to find because they're collector's sets. This one right here will probably go on the table. It's a USA themed nutcracker. I've never seen a nutcracker that was USA themed before. Great outdoors. I didn't have this. Super surprised about it. Awesome movie. Dan Aykroyd, John Candy. You can't go wrong. 80s gold. But, cool. And here we go down to the nitty gritty. What is this, you say? What am I going to do with this? Because this is exactly what Cynthia asked. It's missing all its parts. It's supposed to light up. Very true. I can now say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that your boy from the House of Fun Video Games has held the universe in his hand. I know, it's funny. I'd like to just hang this up somewhere. I was trying to... There's a little thing here that it used to hook up to. I think this is where a cord was hooked up to. You kind of hang it, and it lights up, and it's cool, whatever. I've never seen something like this before. I wanted something like this in the world. Am I going to keep any of these? I don't think so. SpongeBob one's kind of... Oop. That's not good. See what happened there. Yeah, typical. Thrown around PS2 game. Is it? What? Oh boy. Alright, so when you rush and you don't look, it happens. Folks, this is a SpongeBob PS2 case. And what do we got inside it? SpongeBob movie. Let's see if there's anything behind it. SpongeBob friend or foe? Well, I guess we know where that's going. My boy loves SpongeBob, so that's too bad. That will not be going anywhere. Ah, there it is. It's in there. Excellent. Good job. Madagascar. Not really an interest. Maybe something to play, check out, but I don't think so. I've had this before. But I had to look. That's the word DVD. But Star Wars, the video game, not really into the Lego games at all, so that will be going in the stash to be sent off. This one right here, complete. SOCOM, another one that's just going to go over to the stack to be traded. Again, you get these for a couple of bucks, and why not, right? MLB The Show. Some of these actually got some value to them. Again, no interest keeping, just adding it to the game fund. And then, of course, couldn't go wrong without another sports style, Madden 2005. I'm horrible at Madden. I love NFL Blitz. I love Blades of Steel. I love NHL 94 for the Sega CD. Madden, I suck at. That's simple. What could this possibly be? It's big. A big boy, known as the Fat Boy as well. We don't really like to call it that. The big boy PS3. Now, if you see right here, I don't know if you can see it with my fingers and with the lighting and everything. Trying to get it in there. Show you that real quick too, in case I decide not to put that other shot in there. That right there is 2. So what does that mean when there's 2 USB ports? The original one that I had that was the 60 gig or 80 gig, I think it was the 60 gig, it has 4. They re-released, obviously, like, you know, most of these companies do, Sony specifically. You got the PS3 original, you got the PS3, you know, 40 gig, 60, 80 gig, and you also have the PS3 Slim, which I have down there as well. I turned this on at the Thrift. It worked. It's got a game in it, and it's You Don't Know Jack. I don't really have any interest in it, but again, maybe something to put and, you know, trade into the game store for something and bring some happiness to somebody else. That's really what the point of what we're doing is, right? We're definitely going to pop it on in a video. Thrifted PS3, big boy, let's rock and roll, blah, 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 whatever it is. Just like the thrifted Wii one. That was a pretty recent video and had paint in it. Paint. Cock. Whatever it was. You see the video, you get a good laugh out of it. And we play some more of it up and have some fun with it. But definitely wanted to see how good this thing is. We'll definitely check it out in another video pretty soon. Maybe it might be the next one. And happy to add it to the collection. I don't know if I'll keep it. I don't have one, so it's very tempting to, but at the same time, I don't really play my PS3 much. But who knows? That'll be a tough decision to make, just like with the Wii, if I want to put it in with the added goodies to go to the game store and get something really cool. That's all I got for you. Not going to waste any more of your time. I've taken up enough of it. Thank you for coming by. This is Jason's House of Fun and Video Games. I hope you have a wonderful week. The weekend is almost here, so I hope you enjoy your weekend. I'm not going to say a day because if this isn't recorded, I'm going to go bonkers. This will be the second time I did it. But enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you in the next vid. Now, what are we going to do? Well, I think it's time to check out the PS3. See you in the next one. That's it. That's a biggity bat. Biggity bat. Now if I could just get by without crushing anything.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. On when I chase like that, yeah, I play so strong with a knife in the back of my swing home.